I sincerely hope my head is not getting cut off, and I really hope that you guys can see me. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking at this point. It's a little janky, but we're getting it together. I'm in the midst of a move. As I'm sure you guys can tell, my background is a lot different than what it has been for the past year and a half, or year and 2 months, I believe that's how long I've been reading. So yeah, I don't have my camera, don't have a setup, don't have my laptop, don't have shit. But it's okay. I'm making do. I am improvising, and by the grace of God, this will be more than enough for you guys, right? What's important is the message. So welcome to your June snapshot, Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, everybody has each sign in their natal chart, right? We are comprised of all constellations, okay? So that being said, if you are a newbie here, you clicked out of curiosity, whatever brought you here, there was a reason for it. So I'm hoping you hear all that you need at this time. And let's get into the energies that you may be experiencing for the month. Okay, what I pulled for the overlying, I guess, energy, you have the Two of Swords. So this is very much like, what is going on right now? What are you talking about right now? So confused because somebody says something that is just so, I don't even know if facetious is the word, but just so out of the ordinary, and has nothing to do with the current situation at all. Okay? So this is somebody just making assumptions out of the ass, and in conversations you're realizing that they don't really understand where you're going with the point that you were trying to make, or you them. And then I clarified it with the Fountain Tarot deck that I have, and what came out was the Nine of Wands. So I feel like you're getting into an argument with somebody, or already have, and then you have that, like, what are you doing? Don't walk away while I'm talking to you type of energy. Okay? But somebody's just needing to retreat again because of the words that were spoken. Who am I? Because of words that were spoken, right? The dialogue that was exchanged, it wasn't positive by way of however you can perceive positivity to be. But by my definition, you weren't saying things that were empowering or uplifting this person. You were critiquing and cutting them down, right, with intention. Okay, this is sharp tongue. But again, words are weapons. They can cut, they can hurt. And so the person is choosing to walk away because they don't have anything nice to say. You know, they don't have anything to say at all. Their breath has definitely been taken away with this energy that is here. Some of you guys feel like you have to choose between two people, and you're kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and you don't want to have to make that decision. You shouldn't have to choose between your man and your best friend. You shouldn't have to choose between your career and wanting to be a mother. You shouldn't have to choose between being that family man and a provider, and the other things that you can do outside of your marriage, or outside of your family unit, or outside of your partnership, because we're not quite there yet with the Two of Swords, unless it's something that you've already been in. And again, this is just the energy for what happens when you've been with someone for a while. You get too comfortable, then you start talking crazy, you start talking out the side of your neck with this. Okay, this can also be like a young child or a teenager that's gotten beside themselves, and they're cunning with the Swords energy, cunning in a way where they can set the stage up to where, instead of them being disciplined for what they've done wrong, it becomes an issue between the parents because they willfully omit information on both sides. So they think that somebody is taking sides that's not, if that makes any type of sense, Cancer. But that's what's coming through with this energy. So this is you and your husband, or you and your wife, that have to be on one accord and have the same ideas in mind when it comes to how you decide to discipline a child here. All right. But again, if you're going through any type of divorce, anything that is legal with Saturnian energy, then it may not be an amicable split. So somebody is suffering by way of losing a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily, it can be material possessions, and I am saying that because you have the 10, and the 10 corresponds to Capricorn's house, which is all about business, which is all about status, which is all about power, all about structures and stuff like that, organizations, just very authoritative figures, okay? The bosses. So they make money financially. They are doing very well because they have discipline, and they have, what is that called? A lot of words are escaping me today, and that is fine. As the sun sets, my brain shuts off. Rightfully so. But yeah, with the 10 and then the 2s are all about Taurus's house, which can be all about material possessions by way of money. Somebody can be losing a lot with the divorce, being split up, okay? Having to start completely over. And you are not only being beat up by the outcome of the situation, but you're beating yourself up here by holding on and having that resentment and having that anger that's only going to internally destroy you, okay? And then you'll start, because your immune system can only do so much. So if you're giving your energy to other things that really aren't wrong, but you're creating situations by way of feeling depressed or acting in a way that's depressed, or just being bitter, and being very rude, or just cold-hearted and shit like that, then you will start to deplete your immune system, which then makes you vulnerable to health problems. So you can start getting sick if you don't take care of what you're holding on here. This is shoulda, coulda, woulda energy. You can't change or turn back time here, right? You've made a decision, and you have to come to accept each choice that you make, even when it doesn't work out in your favor. How else would you know that it wasn't going to work out unless you lived through it? You know what I'm saying? So there's no point in you trying to beat yourself up any more than life already will. All right? But for some of you guys, you're having a hard time with being in balance with yourself internally with this 2 of Swords by way of your faculties, your mind, and then your pineal gland, third eye, intuition, your heart type of chakra, the spiritual aspect of who you are, and bridging the gap between the two, because there's some sort of chasm, or is it chasm? Some sort of split here with that. Split mind, split personalities. You are Cancers, so you have very dynamic energy here, but I feel like you're exhausting yourself with the emotional roller coasters that you take yourself on, with the hypothetical scenarios that you may come up with on your own. Maybe somebody's not talking crazy to you or saying something, again, that's not related to the situation at all when things are going well, and there's out the blue, they're just like, oh, you're cheating on me with somebody else and you've been nothing but loyal. That type of like, what? Like, where would that even come from? Then this can be you. This can be you with yourself. You have to stop holding on to the things that people say, though, being a Cancer, because you are the type to hold a grudge. You have very brooding energy. It's hard for you to go on to the next thing because you feel so deeply about everything. The smallest thing matters. You can sense the smallest change in a person, in their tone with this energy, and their behavior with the Wands energy. Somebody's just acting different. Somebody was trying to act fresh with the Wands energy. We're smelling themselves just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we are imperfect beings and we do our best. Or you should at least be trying to surround yourself with people that are consciously trying to do their best, and they will still fall short, but the frequency of which that they fall short isn't, it's just not, what am I trying to say? It's not excessive, right? Like out of 100%, they fuck up 10% of the time. That's not bad. As opposed to somebody that just does not want to get it, that just does not want to change. And you can't change anybody else, right? You can't really manipulate air. It's everywhere. You can't hold it. You can't contain it. You can't possess it. Same thing with people, all right? You can only be there to enjoy it for whatever it's supposed to bring you, okay? And not be trying to hold on to it once it's expired, you know, once it's served its purpose. Everything comes to an end. There always has to be that cycle of rejuvenation, right? Revitalization, rebirth, and then where it dies out. And it doesn't always have to be due to neglect. It doesn't always have to be due to difference of opinions here with this Two of Swords. If this is, again, going back to like a divorce and a divorce settlement. I don't know, you just can't spend your energy on things that aren't giving you a return on the energy that you're expending. Okay? That's just the bottom line. And I feel like I was trying to also make another point with where I was going with that, with the Swords and Wands energy, but it fell off. It fell off. So there's something that's coming to the end. Some of you guys don't feel important enough in your business or what you're doing. You don't feel like you're being respected as much as you should for all that you do or all that you have done here. So maybe you're just making that personal decision, that career, life-changing decision to walk away from that. That's what we were going into. I'm sorry, you guys. We were going into the circles and the cycles of life, and there being a period of rejuvenation, and deterioration. Okay. Everything does this. Everything does this. And it doesn't have to be so bittersweet. All right? It doesn't have to be for a negative reason, however you perceive things to be as far as the word negative is concerned. Everybody's definition is different. It could just mean that you had to overcome that lesson. You were just being tested. It was something that you asked for without recognizing its form once it came. Like you pray that you want to be a CEO or an entrepreneur in your life. Well, you have to fail at a job. You have to get fired from a job, or you have to work in a place where you're not seen and recognized for your gifts or your talents with air energy here. Because the air signs, are very innovative in spirit. So you have to go through that period or that season of being and feeling overlooked and being hurt by people, just so that you know what to implement into your structure. You know how to get it done. You know how to do it right when it's your turn. You can be that example for people, right? So don't take things so badly when they happen. You're going to have to learn how to really lick your wounds, have tougher skin in the month of June. We are heading into your birthday season, so look up, okay? This blank space is the best place to be in. The best place. You will create nothing but something magnificent. Nothing short of magnificent is what's going to come out of this experience. I can't speak, guys. Nothing short of amazing, though, for you guys. You need this. You need this to light the fire within you, okay? To create. You guys are very, very good at transforming your pain into something so beautiful. You do great things with it. You need that creatively for what is to come, okay? So that's what's coming through for you guys. If you fucked with this reading, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Share this. Did I say share this with your friends? Yeah, friends and family. And do subscribe for more. Okay? But if I don't speak with you, because you can also book with me in a private session, then hit me up in the comments. But if I don't speak with you, then just take care. Ciao.